This is Morten from Inkish, and we have the pleasure of being in wonderful Ghent today at actually now already a super event with the release of a new software called Atomyx. And I have Cindy here. Good to see you, Cindy.
Oh, good to see you, Morten.
Yeah. How is it? I mean, you are the master of events, right?
Ooh, okay, thank you.
We have been in a couple of events also in your previous work, but now you're back in business, basically.
Yes, I am back in print business.
Yeah. How is it? Because it must be a lot of work, a lot of expectations, and everything. How is it?
Well, it's exciting, stressful, but exciting. It's good to see everyone arrive, and then you build up to an event with a lot of branding, a lot of work preparation, and then finally seeing everything come together. It gives a lot of energy. How tired you are, it doesn't matter.
I know that you yesterday had dinner, among others, with Pat McGrew, and she said, I think that Cindy has everything under control. And then it was like, okay, maybe there's not enough microphones or something like that. Is that still how it is up to the minute?
And I fixed it yesterday. And that's the good thing about working with professionals. You need your team, your own team, but also the people that you organize an event with. And that's where it all comes in play.
And about 100 people here, right?
More than 100 people, because that was a slight little stress that we had. It's a really cool venue, and we were able to sit everyone down, but it was kind of stressful to have all these last-minute attendees still turning up. Yeah.
One of the things I really like about 4Ps, I mean, we in the keynote, Tom, he speaks a little bit about the history from 2007, how the company has developed. And to me, it seems very much like iterations of what becomes more and more natural in how you see let's say, a company's influence in the market by getting in a lot of knowledge on how customer is behaving. Yes. To go from being, let's say, if I put it in maybe exaggerating a little bit, but being from a distributor to be a software vendor, now delivering services that is going to be sold worldwide. How do you see that from a market perspective?
It's very interesting. That's one of the reasons why I rejoined, because I don't know if you know this, it's the third time that I'm working for Tom and David.
I actually know that, yeah.
And so back in the days when I started with Tom working at 4Ps, that's when we started as a distributor, and me as a marketeer made sure that the smaller software vendors had some market presence. Now, 15 years later, we have our own platform, and over those 15 years I've gained some experience on positioning and bringing a software platform to the market. So this is all very exciting. It's good to see this happening.
Yeah, I can imagine. I will of course talk to both Tom and David about the technical things about it, but Atomyx, the name and the platform, what is it in broad speaking?
Well, Atomyx, it connects different platforms, software solutions, people, off and online. It makes sure that people can connect with what they're working on. So that's what it's all about, automated connection, connected automation.
One of the things I liked also in the presentation, which is a little bit unusual when you come from this side of the industry, is that it was, of course, the customers or the printers, of course, right? But then you had also the buyers of print, and you also have the manufacturers of print. It seems like a very important part of Atomyx that you basically connect, let's say, the entire value chain, right?
Yes, exactly, and that's what was missing. And there's always a certain siloed approach to connecting either platforms or people or their work. And now our goal is to make indeed an end-to-end connection of everything.
So I know it's very early, but do you have, you have some test customers. We saw a wonderful film with you and Simon from Solo Press, yes, right? Yeah. So what are the initial reactions from the beta customers you have been working with?
That I cannot answer.
That you cannot answer, okay. But you had a good talk with Simon, and he looked quite happy on the film at least, right?
Yeah. It's amazing. Simon and his team, Solo Press, they're very dedicated to data, measuring, optimizing continuously. And that is what we are looking for, right? To not only optimize the tasks and the numbers, but also in general, as a company, make sure that people grow. And that's why one of our giveaways is a flower seed so that your business can grow.
Yeah, and talking, that is your domain. That is making things flowerish and beautiful and fun at the same time, right? So, I mean, you have put a lot of effort in merchandise here. How important is that to be remembered by your merchandise, you think?
Well, there's two ways to go about it. Either you just give away merchandise. You do a regular pen or you do a regular notebook. But we thought we'd do it from a different angle. I think sustainability today is very important. So whatever you put out there needs to have a meaning and needs to be repurposed or at least can be used for a longer time. So that's why we brought the endless pens. I hope it writes endlessly. You'll let me know.
And then you would actually never know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's endless, it will never end, right?
And then the other thing that we have is a notebook where you can write and then scan. It will automatically connect with Evernote or whatever system you're using and can be reused as well. So that's the sustainable part, but then there's also the fun part, right? The frisbee, some cool T-shirts. So we have a designer, an illustrator that created our own T-shirt, yeah, it's important that people feel the vibe and feel the fun, but also, yeah, take back items that are in for a longer run.
And last question, it already seems that there's a lot of dialects and accents and languages here, right? So do you know how many countries are here today?
Yeah, let's see. So there's, of course, the Belgians, Netherlands, UK, French, the Nordics, I think 2 different, so 7, Germany. I think we're at about 8.
Okay, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it is. And it makes a good mixture of not only cultures, but also people, different ages, different points of interest. So yeah, it's going to be a good event. And I'm happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.